Hello, greetings, and welcome in. This is another recording stream that I am possibly going to put up to YouTube, but this is a special one. We're going to try to get Jason his pilot's license today. I'm too afraid to stream this live on Twitch, so yeah, because you know me, I'm a nervous Nelly, and I'm afraid I'm going to fuck things up and make a mockery of things, but I'm going to try, and we'll do our best, and so here we are. Got Jason all set up with an appointment. We're going to be heading down. And yeah. So, fingers crossed. I was taking care of some stuff too there as well, as you could hear by the typing, so sorry about that. We'll get things going presently. I did have Jason in yesterday. He did send out a text to someone. So yeah, someone was looking for new people to talk to. All right. He's not on duty. I have to email him. Just getting things set up. He's not in the Fed Finder. I will send him my phone number if I have my phone number somewhere. Where do you find your own phone number? It's just ringtones. Background. How do you find your own number? There it is. All right. I think casual writing is kind of flight oriented. Yeah. And again, as I've said before, at times when I have streamed or recorded to go to YouTube, I don't think to talk a whole lot, so I do apologize for that. And I will be focusing on what I'm doing anyways. Ket Katelson. not risking getting a ticket on our way to flight lessons. Tow truck. Wonder if it's Mac. It'd be funny. It's like when he was going to work for Alpha Male. That was a shadow of a fucking plane. How ironic. That would be funny if that was Mac. Didn't quite make your turn there, dude. I said we don't want a ticket, but come on, people. Radio check. Radio check. Well, Mr. Cadelson, where are you? Looks like we have some Twitter beef going on between cops and crims. Now, is that Ket or is that a local? I think it's a local. Oh my goodness, looks like it's been going on for a while. What? Wow, 2 hours ago? There he is. Oh, there he is right there, I think. Jack Callow Center? Nope. Where'd he go? There he is. Ket?
Yes.
Nice to meet you, Jason Langley.
Nice to meet you. You can park your car if you look over by the electrical vehicle charging stations. There's some parking.
Okay, valet parking over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the electrical charging station. Is that inside the gate?
No, it's going to be just on the outside, kind of by
Just
the
the
barriers
outside.
over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yep, of course.
How you doing today?
Not too bad. I'm still trying to get coffee.
Sorry, woke you up too early.
No, you're good. It is what it is. So we're just gonna say because you have an FAA license, fuck it, we're gonna go fly.
Okay.
Because all the other stuff I don't really want to deal with right now.
Okay.
Obviously, like, where are you allowed to land if you're not flying for work?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Where, like, if you're not flying, like, as Angel 1, like, where can you land?
Oh, we've got McKenzie Airport up north. We've got Sandy Shores, not quite as north. Um, those are the only official airports. I don't
Right, okay.
believe we're allowed as a public, like if I bought my own helicopter, I don't believe. I'm not sure about this. Are we allowed to fly from here to Cayo if we have our
Oh,
own?
yeah,
Oh, you
100%.
are. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, just, like, don't land in the city. Don't do dumb shit. Like, you know what it is.
Right, right.
Like,
The
I
Angel
don't
One
have
is
to
the
pull off.
exception. When I'm on duty, yeah, I
Exactly,
can I
exactly.
can have a lot more leniency. But yes, if I get my own private helicopter, it's restricted airspaces and stick to the actual airports and that sort of thing.
Exactly. But even as Angel 1, sorry, you still can't fly over Zancudo and all that.
Yes, yes, I know
Good.
that.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
we we can't even tend to someone in Zancudo unless we get special permission beforehand, and I have not even seen that happen yet once since I've joined SAFA.
Oh, well, maybe I'll run into Zancudo and there's first time for everything.
Yeah, yeah. I have heard it is possible for us to get calls there, but yes, they did make it very strict that only with express permission first. So yeah, that's also a no-fly zone. Also, we cannot fly above Bolingbrook.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, perfect. Yeah, your ground knowledge is pretty solid. Show the helicopter. If you want, you can do pre-flight. Then we'll take off and get going. Sandy Shores is currently closed for construction. Um, so we're gonna kind of wing it, but I'm just gonna pretty much go through and I'm gonna just test you on a lot of the stuff, but it's gonna be a lot of like seat of our pants, like because we do some stuff up at Sandy Shores, so it's gonna be we're gonna try and figure out how to get around it.
Okay. Um, what was I going to say? Oh, I don't know. I hadn't heard what's going on with Sandy.
Oh, there's someone driving crazy. Um, I'm gonna hit the gas tank, I think,
Oh,
and then it blew up. The blew up part of the runway, it blew up part of the hangar, the control tower. It was apparently a big explosion. I was out of town. I didn't get to see it.
yeah. No, I hadn't even heard. Well, I saw the construction crane when I drove by the other day, but I had no idea
Yeah.
why it was there or what had happened.
Yeah, so someone was driving like an idiot, and then someone essentially fucked around, and then they found out.
There you go. Okay. Um, flight check. Obviously, we've got good weather right now. I assume you have all our documents. We basically been doing the flight plan by the seat of our pants, as you mentioned.
Yeah, so we're gonna start off. We're gonna go to the Delta Taxiway, which is Delta Taxiway is in between the two runways. We're gonna go to that point where they all converge. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Then we're gonna do some hover work there. We're gonna do an auto rotation, but it's just like a dead drop. It's not a real auto. It's just don't get me started on it. And then we're gonna go to the helipad. We're gonna depart to the north. I'm probably gonna have you go to Diamond Casino helipad.
Okay.
And then from there, take off towards Sandy Shores. Like we're going to Sandy Shores, and then we'll just kind of fly to Sandy Shores and then around it.
Okay.
Look at doing like a midfield crossing or something like that. Although the helipad's not that bad, so we'll fly from Diamond Casino to Sandy Shores. Um,
Kind of figure it out when we get there.
yeah, and because I mean I am the flight authority, so really it's whatever I want to do. Uh, and then we'll go land at
Power.
the Zancudo swamps. With you, we'll do a couple of off airports. So I kind of want to land Zancudo swamps, and then we might go try and find a good landing spot. We'll go back to the east side of the state. We'll try and find a landing spot like Palomino Highlands area.
Okay.
Um, just because I know that you're not Ragnar, but I want you to get kind of used to, because you're going to be doing, as Angel 1, a lot of
Right.
off-airport
Right.
um, stuff in the woods.
Apparently, I just heard I hadn't seen anyone do a cert check for it, but I heard about someone just yesterday or day before, whenever it was, that they do actually do that as part of the flight cert.
Oh yeah, which that's that would be I think that's department specific
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know that it will be covered.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, because I know the Rangers flight program, which is pretty good. I just never talked to SAFA, so you're like I think the
Okay.
first SAFA that I've ran into.
Oh,
So I
wow.
don't know what your guys' program is like.
Yeah, I don't know all the specifics, but I do know that is part of it. He did mention that they do some touchdowns in rough terrain without, any,
Yeah. Okay. Good.
air traffic control
As
or that sort of
long
stuff.
as long as you're not Air One, man, like it should be fine. Because
Okay.
those guys are a bunch of just jackasses, really.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Don't tell them I said that though.
No, I won't.
Well, because their flight check program is like I don't I don't know. It's like the meme where like there's civilized people, and then there's just the dudes running like throwing their shit everywhere, and like just a bunch of cavemen. I guess doesn't really make sense, but it's like that's like their flight cert's a joke. Like I was talking to someone about it, and I was like, that doesn't even remotely prepare. Like they don't want to practice emergency procedures.
Okay.
Because they're like, well, yeah, we'll just like return to base when we get low on fuel. And I'm like, yeah, but like that's not the only time. Like you're gonna get shot at, and like they could shoot at it.
They could shoot something out. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm rambling. It really
No
makes me
worries.
mad sometimes about
I
them.
get you.
But anyways, so yeah, so we'll go to Zancudo, and then we'll go land Palomino Highlands area probably, and then we'll come back. We'll do a couple autos, in the pattern. So we'll probably be on 3-3 left. Then we'll just do left traffic, kind of keep it over the hangar over that, and then we'll just rip some shitties and
Okay. My
and
brain
then, yeah.
is a little fried, so I may forget some of the terms. So if you don't mind, giving me reminders and nudges here and there.
You'd be surprised what passes. It's kind of just I raise the bar and then move it accordingly.
Okay.
So you're good.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, a little bit about me. I do aviation helicopter stuff outside of state as well. So it's kind of
I had a feeling. Yeah.
yeah. So this is kind of like my my
Take it
bar's
easy
really
type of
high.
thing.
Yeah, my bar is really high, but also like I know what passes and what doesn't pass. So
Right.
it's
Okay.
I'm not a super dick, but then also, this is a passion of mine. So it's I
Right.
want to make you better instead of fail you. So
Right.
I haven't failed anyone yet.
You also want to see people treat it with the respect it's due, as it should be.
Well, exactly. It's kind of like a hey man, this is actually a big deal, and people are like, no one gets what keeps me up at night. But anyways,
Parachute. I meant to bring one, but when you were pressed for
oh no,
time.
the captains go down with the ship, brother.
Okay. Gotcha.
There is, if you want a parachute, over the door over there. If you just knock on it and open it up, they'll open up and you can get a parachute through them.
Okay, the one straight ahead here.
Yeah. However, I mean, if you jump out of this thing, if it's going down, like you're going through the blades. So.
All right. Well, if you're not going to take one, then I won't.
Oh no, yeah, no, we write these bad girls out.
All right.
I'm gonna let you go ahead and start doing a pre-flight really quick.
Then the only other thing I already asked you about several of them. Did you already check at least the fuel mixtures and the levels?
Yeah, that should be good to go.
Okay. Are you seeing the front windshield smashed?
No, some people's realities are different.
Okay, yeah, I
and
just
it
thought
has to
I'd
do-
mention.
but, yeah, this thing's a
It's-
tank, so it'll be fine.
It's a little smash for me.
Yeah, no, you're good, dude. It's fine. It'll be fine.
Okay. Do these have
No, should be
can you lock these like you can a car and whatnot?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. you
Awesome.
can. I guess we'll just climb in and get ready to go. What's the airport frequency?
127.4.
Perfect.
Radio check. Are you not on yet?
I thought I was, but I'm not. I am now.
Radio check.
Solid.
Solid.
All right.
Perfect.
And then I'm not gonna pretend to be ATC, so just do Unicom calls.
Okay.
I know you said radios. Are you have you made radio calls before?
I mean, I do, what you'd expect for SAFA or that type of stuff, but I have not
Right,
done
okay.
anything with, any flight authorities of all whatsoever. I do know about Unicom, and not having anyone in the standard tower, and I've been on a couple flights with Angel One, so I've heard them call and ask for clearance and whatnot. Usually, though, the times I'm on, there's no one available. So I hear them making the call, asking for clearance, but then it's, they're getting dead air.
Yeah, so then it's gonna be that's where you go to Unicom status. So pretty much think about it like whenever you're making radio calls for the aviation industry. Hey you, it's me. This is what I'm doing and this is where I'm at. So, hey you, Los Santos traffic, because we're addressing traffic instead of tower because we're just think about it like Los Santos we're addressing the traffic that's in the area. It's really simple when you break it down, but it sounds like a lot. It blew my mind the first time I was listening to radios.
Right.
So Los Santos traffic. This is me, training one. This is what I'm doing, spooling up at the Jack Callow and taxiing to Delta Taxiway. And then this is where I'm at the Jack Callow, or from the Jack Callow Center, or something along those lines. But it's like that's the information you need to get out. Anything over that, you don't really need to worry about it.
So this is called the Jack Callow Center. I hadn't heard that. I was getting ready to text you. What is it when I saw you were by me?
No, you're all good. Yeah, this is the Jack Callow.
All right. Just taking a look around. Look at that pre-flight check you mentioned.
Yeah, okay, man. Like I said, it's not really a test. It's more of just time for us to fly together. So take your time.
Okay. Go over the instruments and readings, and last thing we'd want to check are the night and landing lights, right?
Affirmative.
All right. And then switching over the engines, just like cars and such, also, right?
Yeah.
So, do you normally call out before you even switch her over?
Yes, I usually call spool up. Sometimes I'll like if it's not busy, like I'll spool up and then call out. But like if there's helicopters on the helipad or something like that, I'll call out that I'm starting up.
Okay.
The helicopter over there I don't think is running, so we should be fine.
Because that's the one thing with SAFA, because time is usually of the essence. They will usually get the orders running before they call.
Yeah, no, that makes it's like I said, it's I play it pretty loose because I understand like how I understand the book, but then I understand how things really are. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like if you call out, or like if I see you start and then you call out, I'm not going to be a dick about it.
Okay. But yeah, just to try to get familiar with it then, because like I said, it is my weakness. It would be something like, I think, let's try this. Training 1 to LSIA traffic. We are ready to spool up to take off out of Jack Hollow. Something along those lines.
Perfect. Yep. So we're gonna be taxiing to Delta Taxiway. So the point where you said, or the part where you said taking off, instead say taxi to Delta.
Taxi.
Because it's like think about it. That's like you were very concise, clear. You got the, hey, you, this is me, this is where we're at. But it's just what we're doing, which it's easier when you know what you're doing instead of like having someone tell you where to fly, because it's hard to like preemptively guess. Anyways,
right. I wasn't sure also with you know, the helis if you would call out a taxi.
Yeah, so we do taxi direct or direct to or direct taxi or something like that. But yeah, we still call out because think about it, like when moving around on the airport, we want other traffic at the airport to know where we're at and where we're moving to. You know what I mean?
Makes sense. And you said we're gonna head to, what was it, Delta?
Yeah, the Delta taxiway, which I can give you a marker.
I appreciate that. Training 1 to LSA traffic, we are going to taxi to Delta.
Perfect. So strap 21, crossing runway 33 right? You're good, keep going, keep going.
Also just getting a little used to it too, real quick.
Yeah, no, totally, and we can bring it into a hover here, and you can take all the time you need. We'll send us traffic, train 1 clear, 33 right. So that's going to be your yaw. I'll refer to that as pedals. Okay. Collective is what some people call throttle, so you're up, down. Collective, you pull it to change the pitch of the rotor blades. Makes you go up, or makes you go down. Then you got your pitch. It's going to be forward and backwards, and then roll, so you can roll left and roll right. But that's on your cyclic stick.
Okay.
Just that way. Because sometimes, like, I won't think about it. I'll be like, oh yeah, pull pitch or pull collective or, you know, forward cyclic. And people are like, what are you talking about? I'm like, no.
I definitely know the terms, you know. It's just,
okay,
like I said,
perfect.
The brain just will forget. And I am one of those guys who tests horrendously. You know, it's like I usually know what I'm doing. I can do it right. But you say the words, you put me under a test situation, and I go, huh?
Exactly. It's like, don't put me on the spot, man. No,
yep,
you're good.
So,
well, like I said, this isn't really a test. This is my time to instruct with you and to make you, you know, a decent pilot and don't kill anybody. Yeah. So, like, I don't see this as a pass-fail at all. It's more of like either you pass or it's like, hey, man, let's work on this a little bit more. Okay. So, you're all good to go.
So, we were going to go to Diamond Casino, I think it was first, right?
No, we're going to be doing some hover work here for a minute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got to make sure you fly the thing first. So, I'm going to have you... Let's start off. Why don't you take me up to like a 900 foot above ground level hover. And we don't need a radio call up.
Feet, I think.
Yeah, 900 foot ground level. Alrighty, and then I'm gonna have you hold a hover for like 30 seconds and try and stay between 895 and 905 feet.
895 and 995, right?
905.
Oh, 905.
Yeah, so like 900 feet plus or minus 5. A lot of these little maneuvers that we'll be having you do, it's going to be, I usually stick to like 30 feet plus or minus 5 feet.
Right, I just misheard you.
Yeah, no, you're good. Alrighty. That was good enough for me. I don't know if that was quite 30 seconds or not, but you held it pretty steady. So, do you know what an auto rotation is?
I can't bring it to the fore of the brain. I know I've heard it.
Yeah, you're good, man.
Yeah, go ahead and go for it if you don't mind.
Give me 1 second, my head.
Okay.
Alright, so auto rotation is when you lose your engine, right? So your engine is no longer driving the rotor blades. It's the air flowing upwards through the rotor system that's spinning the blades.
Okay.
If we lose our engine, we will not drop like a rock. We can still control it. I would actually rather lose my engine in a helicopter than a plane because potentially you can land in a lot smaller of an area. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have you shut the engine off, and then you're going to pull the collective all the way up to set up the auto rotation, and we're just going to kind of hang out in it with the engine off for a couple of seconds and, see how it flies.
Okay, collective up was
Throttle up.
throttle up. Okay. All right, ready?
Yeah, go for it. And go ahead and pitch forward. Let's try and get back over that delta. Let's go ahead and turn the engine back on. And then bring you back up to 900. I think there are some wires that got crossed, so I'm gonna explain it better, I guess. So let's see, collective up. So it's going to be your throttle up. So show me throttle up. All right, perfect. So when you shut the engine off, all you got to do is pull that pitch. Like that's it.
Okay.
And then so from there, like you were pitching aft.
Right.
And so that's kind of how we got a little bit out over the runway and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's when you're thinking about without power. I think the mind kind of instantly goes to thinking of gliding like it is a fixed wing.
Yeah, which later on I will actually do auto rotations with you and show you how they're done, and then you will do them. However, for this part of the test, this is what I'm supposed to do, and I think it's absolutely stupid. It doesn't help at all. But yes, you were in the very right mindset.
Okay. So you want me to try it again, though?
Yeah, so turn the engine off and then just pull the throttle straight up, and we're just going to sit here. Perfect. See, our altitude jumped up a little bit. That's how you can tell you set it up correctly.
Okay.
And then we're just floating down. So, like I said, we're not dropping like a rock. I mean, this could be borderline survivable, but it's going to hurt a lot.
Right.
But as you can see from, earlier, you can still control it. You can still pitch in directions and get places where you need to be to find a safe landing place.
Right, exactly.
Which that's one of the things about, like, as a pilot, you're going to constantly be wanting to know where's my safe space.
Put her back up.
Yeah, go ahead and start it back up now. Then bring me down to 30 feet over the deltas. Alright, then I'm going to have you yaw either left or right, facing the end of the taxiway.
Which is closer to the end.
Just long ways with the taxiway instead of perfect. Yeah, perfect. There we go. And then you see that taxiway intersection that's in front of us?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have you just do a nice taxi forward. And none of this is timed, so don't get in a rush. Take your time. Just make sure you're safe.
Okay. So, just head towards it, right?
Yep. And then stay, plus or minus 30 or 30 feet
Between-
plus or minus 5 feet.
Right, 30 feet plus or minus. Got it.
Yeah. So like this right here, perfectly safe taxi, perfectly acceptable. What I'm looking for right now is to just make sure that you can stay in control of the helicopter in a taxi, which hovering generally is the hardest part. All right, and then I'm going to have you go taxi backwards to where we just were. And then don't be afraid to use the yaw to keep us facing the direction. There you go. Alrighty, and then go ahead and yaw 90 degrees. There you go, and then we'll just taxi to the right to the taxiway intersection down there. Go backwards. Sorry, roll to the right.
Follow the actual runway.
Yep.
Yeah, my bad.
Oh, you good, man. Keep facing. Nope, sorry. Go ahead and get back.
Did you want me to taxi facing south?
Yes, taxi
Okay.
facing the runway to the right. Sorry, I didn't explain that very clearly.
Okay, basically follow the runway pointed the way we're currently pointed.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, there we go.
To the taxiway off to our right-hand side on the Delta taxiway.
Oh, okay. Now,
Yeah,
that's my understanding. Yeah, like I said, when you put me in the test situation, brain goes stupid.
You're all good, man. I'm pretty lenient on this. Perfect. Then we're going to go back to the left. Alright, then I'm going to have you yaw 360 degrees. Then go ahead and land on the point where all the yellow lines converge. Alright, how you feeling?
Pretty good.
Good, you did a really good job.
Thank you.
So now we are going to taxi over to helipad 1, which if you want to pick up a turn, I can show you where helipad 1 is. So you see the helipads there's a helicopter at that one, and then there's the 3 helipads there.
Mm-hmm.
Helipad 1 is the one on the left-hand side.
Left-hand side, the one nearest to us
Yep.
right now.
Yep, so they're labeled 1, 2, 3. So we're just going to taxi there, make sure we do our radio call.
Oh, right. training 1 to LSI traffic. We are going to taxi to helipad 1 at this time.
From the Delta taxiway.
From the Delta taxiway. Gotta remember where you're coming from. That's the part that keeps slipping my mind.
No, you're good. Well, because a lot of times your calls, Los Santos traffic, training 1, and crossing 150, right? A lot of times your calls that you do are just where you're going. No, it doesn't really matter where you're from. So just remember that aviation, you want to just let people know where you're at as well. So that way, like, if they're looking for you, that way they don't hit you. They can be like, oh, he's over there moving this way.
Got it.
Los Santos traffic, training, clear 150, right? Alrighty, then you go ahead and touch down. Alright, so this is the part where we're going to shake it off. We're going to go fly, we're going to have a good time.
Okay.
First thing we're going to do, I'll give you a GPS ping, but we're going to go to the Diamond Casino helipad.
Okay.
One of the cool things, because we're in a helicopter, is we can take off in any direction. So this call out would kind of sound like Los Santos traffic, training 1, departing helipad 1 northbound.
Okay.
Or something like that.
Los Santos traffic, heli 1, training 1 is going to be departing northbound for Diamond Casino, lifting off of helipad 1.
Perfect. You got all the information out. That's the one thing that I always say is, like, there's never a bad radio call. It's the only bad radio call is when you just, like, give up in the middle of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I struggle through it, but I at least keep going. What altitude do you want us to take this at?
So we're going to be climbing. We're going to want probably want to get to 1300. But usually when I take off, I get obstacle avoidance, and then I start my forward airspeed. Because if we lose our engine right now, it's going to be a dead drop. We're going to lose a lot of altitude trying to get airspeed to attempt to go to a safe place. Whereas if we get our obstacle avoidance and then we get our forward airspeed, we already have the glide going. So then we can reach more places, I guess is what I'm saying. Which you'll see when we do the auto rotations what I'm talking about. But it's generally, you don't want to be in just a high OG hover. You want to be, at least a little bit of forward airspeed.
And when it comes to keeping in mind about altitudes when they're requested call out, is it normally to assume it's the one above ground level?
Such traffic, training 1 clear the Bravo. Sorry, what was that?
Is it normally assumed when anyone is talking about altitude that it's going to be above ground level but not sea?
Generally, yeah, I think people talk ground level. I'm used to talking MSL, but yeah, it's generally AGL when people are talking about. So now you would call out, you're on your approach, you can start losing your altitude now too.
Should I just call it Unicom at this point?
You want me to do this one so you can hear it?
Yeah, sure.
Cinemas traffic training 1 is on approach from the south to Casino. There we go. So think about it. San Andreas traffic because we're talking to the state traffic because we're not in any specific airspace. San Andreas traffic training 1, us, on approach to Diamond Casino helipad. This is what I'm doing. From the south, this is where I'm at. So that way, if anyone else is flying in here, they know, hey, there's someone coming in from the south. Look for them. Perfect. Then you call out skids down Diamond Casino.
Los Santos traffic, training 1 is skids down on Diamond Casino.
Alrighty, so we're going to depart to the north. We're going to fly to Sandy Shores, just kind of see how it is. And then we might land there, we might not. I don't know yet.
Okay. Los Santos traffic, training 1 will be lifting off from Diamond Casino, headed north towards Sandy Shores Airfield for, at this time, a flyover. Again?
We'll shoot for 500.
Just 500? Okay.
Yeah, 1300 was for the downtown. So remember, you have to fly 200 feet higher than the tallest building.
I don't know what some of the heights are those buildings are, so I'll have to look into those.
Generally, downtown just shoot for like 13. Although you're going to be Angel 1, so your minimums are going to be lower as well. But altitudes is really just don't fly below 500 when you're flying.
Okay. Give me a little bit of extra altitude because these trees seem deceptively tall, some of them.
Yeah, and so like also if we lose our engine, where are we going right now?
See spot to the left. So.
Yep, exactly. So you want to, it's kind of a rule of thumb, your altitude is generally you want to be within auto-rotational distance of, or auto-rotation altitude of where your emergency spot is. So I saw you turn to the left. Why did you turn to the left instead of flying straight to Sandy?
Because Bolingbrook airspace.
Perfect, let's go over to Zancudo.
Go to Zancudo now?
Okay. Yeah, so the biggest reason why I had you fly that route is because it takes you directly over Bolingbrook. So it's a test to see if someone's
right.
getting, yep, exactly. Then also, you know, trying to get you distracted a little bit, but you still remembered, so that's good.
Yeah, that one I knew. Like I said, they drilled that into us as well with SAFA without even flying.
Yeah, exactly. So now we're going to do a remote landing. So these are the things that you're going to be doing a lot. I'm going to have you do one depending on how it looks. I might show you what you should aim to do. Biggest thing is remember, fly to the spot, don't fly above the spot.
Fly to the spot, don't fly above the spot.
Yeah, so like try and at least come into like a 10-foot hover or something like that instead of like a 100-foot hover, and try and stick your head out the window and go straight down, because it's gonna get real sloppy. You lose your spot a lot more. Radio call is gonna just sound like San Andreas traffic, training 1, remote landing, Zancudo Swamp.
Los Santos traffic, training 1 coming in from the east. Going to be doing a remote landing in Zancudo Swamp.
Perfect. And then just pick a spot, any spot. Alright, so why'd you pick this spot?
Because we got a little bit more of the water to our west over there, also a few more trees. This was pretty wide open. If, like I was doing a SAFA call exactly where you put it down, this would also give some distance from who might be injured to be clear of the rotor wash and blades as well.
Perfect. Yeah, no, this is a good spot. I just want to see what your thinking was. Keep in mind, right, even though, like, you're trying to rescue someone, there's a lot of external pressures, things like that. Someone could be telling you to land directly on them. If it's not a safe landing spot, don't land there. They're not flying the helicopter, you are. Right. So you need to take all of your safety into perspective, as well as safety as others. So if you can't land on top of Chiliad, right, safely, make them walk down. It's not that, at the end of the day, it's not that bad.
Right.
You know. Perfect. Let's go. I put another GPS ping. We're going to do another off airport.
Okay. And I didn't call when we touched down, so I
Yeah,
don't remember.
yeah, so just call skids up.
Los Santos traffic, training 1 will be going skids up from remote landing in Zancudo, taking a northbound approach to the south for another remote landing.
Perfect. One thing about your radio calls too, you're giving a lot of information, which is good. However, sometimes, you know, just bare minimum, and then once we get to where we're going, we'll make another radio call. So don't stress too much about, like, giving directions, locations, where we're heading to, things like that. It's just, like, where we're at, and then what direction we're going.
Okay.
Alright, then just, like, land on top of the mountain somewhere.
Okay.
Actually, land on the very top. I think it's pretty leveled up there.
So the highest peak, the one I'm pointed at right now.
Yep.
What mountain is this? This isn't Gordo.
Banham Canyon.
What is it?
Banham Canyon,
Banham
I believe.
Canyon, thank you. Los Santos traffic, this is training 1. We'll be making a remote touchdown on Banham Canyon, coming in from the north.
Perfect. Alright, perfect.
Los Santos traffic, training 1 is skids down on Banham Canyon Point.
Alright, and then take me back to LSA. We're going to do EPs, things like that. Do you have any more questions about off airports?
Not this time, no. Like you said, it's just a matter of making sure you have an exact... words. Making sure you have a safe landing point no matter what anyone else is trying to tell you. You're in charge, you've got the helicopter, it's up to you to make sure things are safe. You're going to be able to get out of there with, in the case of SAFA or patient.
Right, exactly. And like I said, on the last one, the landing that we just did you notice how, like, you kind of kept your forward airspeed until right before you touch the ground?
Mm-hmm.
That's generally what you want.
Okay.
That was a textbook approach. I enjoyed every bit of it.
Thank you.
So try and, you know, when you're doing it, kind of picture that approach,
Yeah,
and
right.
then do that. Sometimes you're going to come into like a high hover or something like that, retrieve obstacle points, things like that. But just remember, like, try and keep your forward airspeed as much as you can, because
Right.
it can save your life.
It's basically a restrained form of what I like doing in video games. In video games, I like coming in a little bit hot and letting it slide because, as I jokingly say, they're called skids for a reason.
Exactly.
Los Santos traffic, training 1 is going to go skids up from Banham Canyon, taking a northbound approach to LSIA. You ever been to that court center?
No, I did not know it was up here.
Yeah, I know about it. I've just never been there. I need to go by there someday, so it's kind of nice that we're getting to fly over it.
I'll go drift around it.
I've also never been to the yachts.
Yeah, you can go to the yachts with the helicopters now. I think landing on a yacht, you don't need a sea license, but if you want to land like next to the yacht, you need your sea license.
I do have a sea license already. Yeah, speaking of SAFA stuff, I know that it's, I don't know what the name of the plane is, but I know that we have some sea landing aircraft fixed wings, because I dealt with a call where someone accidentally crashed it.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, so I know they exist, and no idea how much they cost, or like I said, I don't even know the name of it, but I saw one.
Alright, so now you'd call in entering the Bravo airspace.
Los Santos traffic training 1 is entering into LSI airspace from
Perfect.
the northwest
Perfect.
directions.
They're hard sometimes. Well,
Yeah, I'm
you're
like
opposite of the compass.
Yep.
Alright, then take me to helipad 1.
Los Santos traffic training 1 is going to taxi down to helipad 1 coming in from the southwest.
Perfect.
It didn't start shitting enough altitude soon enough.
It's fine, but it kind of goes to show you how, yeah, if you're really high over the spot, it gets a little sloppy, you lose your spot, things like that. Makes it a little challenging.
Right. I think part of that, though, is because I wasn't sure what we were doing, so I still should have shed a lot more than I had, though. I definitely
Yeah, no, you can. No, it's always hard having someone tell you where to fly, what to do. It's easier, like, when I'm like, oh, I want to fly there, just fly there.
Los Santos traffic training 1 is skids down on heli 1.
Alright, just go ahead and spool down. I'll take over. Alrighty, so here's the practical portion. This is where we're going to do our auto rotation, things like that. In the auto rotation, with my muscles, it's generally harder for me to explain it. I'll try and explain it as best I can. They also happen kind of fast, so keep an eye on what I'm doing. If you're uneasy about it or something like that, I'd be more than happy to demonstrate again.
Okay.
Los Santos traffic, north 66 pulling up. Helipad 1, get a taxi to 33 left, direct, crossing 23 right. Santos traffic, number 66 clear, 33 right, departing 33 left for the traffic. So, I'll handle most of these comms just because it's traffic pattern, and I'm going to bet you're somewhat unfamiliar with them. So it's called left-hand traffic because we're going to be making left-hand turns. Then this is your crosswind, and now we are on our downwind. Usually downwind is when you make the call. Los Santos traffic, number 66, left downwind, runway 33 left. Alrighty, and then we're going to be kind of looking for 1,000 feet. This helicopter, I've noticed it likes 1,000 feet, and autoing, when you shut the engine off, you want to be between 80 and 90 miles an hour.
Okay, what about your speed, too, for it, right?
Yeah, I kind of come in a little bit hot, and then I flare. Also, if you look at my altitude, there's not like a super strict limitation or anything like that. Biggest thing in the turn, I might have you elongate your downwind because in the turn you really want to try and keep your airspeed. Los Santos traffic, number 66, turning left base to final, runway 33 left. So there we go. See, we lost our altitude a little bit, so we're going to be coming back up. Trying to get that speed back up. Then here, we are going to, right about here, we're going to do our auto. So you set up the auto rotation, you see how I got my speed down, we're a little bit high. Oh no, we're good. Yeah, so it's just kind of a basic glide, things like that. This part's easy, just make sure you pull the throttle up immediately. Then once you get right about, we're going kind of fast, so right about 150 feet, you flare, get that 0 speed, and then go down. Ooh. A little bit of a bounce is good, but that was survivable. Los Santos traffic number 66 gets down, runway 33 left. Do you want me to do another one, or do you think you got it?
I mean, I think I've got it in practice. Just a matter of doing it. That's, oof. I flat out say that's impressive.
Yeah. Well, it's a part of just flying things like that. It's known the emergency procedures. If you're feeling ready for it, I'll throw you in the hot seat. I'll have you probably do an engine recovery, right at about 150 feet, and then just kind of glide us down to the ground, like fly us down to the ground with your engine. But that way you can kind of get the feel of it.
Okay, so at about 150 feet, turn it back on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty, that's all you, big dog. Then, like I said, I'll handle radios for this one. You just
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Los Santos traffic. Training is going to be spooling up on 33 left, taking off from left traffic. So, yep, just kind of fly the pattern that I flew, and then make sure, yeah, just kind of before we get that turn, make sure we got our altitude and airspeed, and then do the turn, and then we'll get it back up.
So between, what was the speed again? You said roughly between...
When you're autoing, you want to be between 80 and 90. That's where this helicopter
80,
likes
90.
it. All helicopters are different.
Oh, okay, between 80 and 90, and also roughly 1,000 feet. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, and then I'll tell you when to cut the engine. There you go, get that forward airspeed. I like it.
I mean, I was definitely playing things very, very safe earlier, just to get used to things.
Yeah, exactly. No, you gotta get a little bit loose with it, man. It's a helicopter, it's fun. Alrighty, then we'll make our crosswind turn. Then we'll go downwind, which I'm gonna have to extend your downwind a little bit. Los Santos traffic. Training 1 is left downwind, runway 32 left. Alright, you're doing great.
Turn back around about here.
Let's keep going a little bit further.
Okay.
Los Santos traffic. Training 1 is turning left base to final runway 33 left rapid descents. Alrighty, we're good here. Keep her going. A little bit more, right there.
Tell me when to cut it.
Go ahead and cut the engine right now. Let's get that airspeed up a little bit. Airspeed up. There you go. Hey, it counts, man.
I didn't
We
turn it back
survived.
on because I thought I had it.
Yeah.
So
You're good, you're good. Yeah, no, that's usually where I'm like, it's at discretion. If I didn't feel comfortable you taking it to the ground, send us traffic, training 1 to skid down the 52 left. If I didn't feel comfortable you taking it to the ground, I would start to panic. So you're all
probably
good.
would have yelled
That
at
was-
me. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a good lineup. Your airspeed was a little bit low when we entered, so if you noticed, because our airspeed was low, we couldn't reach as far as we wanted to.
Right.
That's really gonna matter, like when you're worrying about like trees, cars, power lines, things like
Right.
that.
It's
However, here it's okay.
right. It's one of those things though where it's just it feels I can't think of the word I want to say. It's I know you need the airspeed, but it feels counterintuitive to still nose down to get the airspeed, because that way you're going to the ground quicker. So,
Right, and
but
it's
you need it, so you've got to do it.
right, and that's where like I've kind of found the like okay 90 knots or 90 miles an hour. We're nose down enough, so yes, we're losing airspeed, or yes, we're losing altitude, but we're also that's elongating our glide.
Right.
Whereas like I mean, this is more advanced auto rotation stuff. Like if I'm doing a 180 or something like that, like I'll come in before the turn, I'll slow up to 60 and then kind of loop around. There's you can play with it a little bit. However, like kind of just for the base teachings of this lesson, it's just shoot for 90 and you'll be good.
Okay. But like you said, another thing to keep in mind, though, is other birds are going to react differently, so you kind of have to find their sweet spot.
Yeah, exactly. I always tell people, which I know no one's taken out the Airbus 139s, but I always tell people, go out, practice with the helicopter you're going to be flying, because then you'll be comfortable in it and you'll know what it does.
Right.
But yeah, let's do another one.
Do you know if you can buy publicly the same model that Angel 1 is?
No, you cannot.
I see, so that'll be hard
Yeah,
for
you'll
me to
have
practice
to take
on.
it up for, which, I don't know, I think if they had a training program worth a damn, you would be able to go up and practice, or they would have a check pilot that would go up and practice them with you, but that's my personal opinion, and
You said you want
I'm
me to
not
do
in
another one?
control of other departments. Yeah, we're going to do another one. Los Santos traffic training 1, spooling up on right 33 to the left, taking off on the left track. Alright, go to get our left turn in. Santos traffic training 1 is going to be left downwind, runway 32 left. Santos traffic training 1 is going to be turning left base to final, runway 32 left for rapid distance. Also, by the way, you passed the test already. This is just more extra practice.
Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
So don't be nervous. But don't kill us.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Good, cut it right here. So we're gonna need a little bit of that airspeed up. And you cut it short, so if we're slow, we're not gonna make it.
Yeah, it was. I had a feeling I didn't have enough speed on that one.
That might have been. I might have had you cut it way too far out too.
Yeah.
But go ahead and get your airspeed right here. All right, cut the engine. There we go. All right, flare. Oh, well, we're good.
Strangely enough, that actually felt smoother than the first one.
Los Santos traffic. Training 1, this gets down only 32 left. Um, so because you know how I do that flare at 150, which we're dropping heavier, so I should have done it at 100. Or we're floating more, so I should have done it at 100. Um, but that slows down our rate of descent as well. So like it might feel like we're coming in hot, but when we do
But
that
then once
flare
you
and lose our
flare,
airspeed, we kind of float for a second and then we sink through that.
again, it's just counterintuitive. You wouldn't think you would get so much pullback on something without wings, you know?
Yeah, well, it's because inherently helicopters want to turn on their back and flip over.
Ah,
I've let go of controls in flight and like in training, and it was like the helicopter immediately was just like trying to flip over on its back. So it's they want to kill you, man. They want to kill you all the time.
you know,
But
but there's a guy who actually did a loop to loop in a slightly modified Bell, I think it was.
there's a guy that's done them in a Bell. I know there's a guy that does them for Red Bull and a BL-105.
Hmm.
But yeah, like I said, you could do it. It's just I don't know, dude. If I'm in a helicopter and I'm looking down at the or up at the ground, like I messed up a long time ago.
Also, just let me mention, like I said, I kind of had a hunch you did this outside of the city, but that's really fucking cool.
It's just I put my pants on one leg at a time. It's aviation's a passion, and you gotta eat, sleep, and breathe it. And I have since I was a kid, so it's like I don't know. I just found what I like to do, so I started doing it. It
That's
is what
so
it is.
cool.
Um, but anyway, so do you want to do one more? Or are you good?
I think I'm good. I just gave you my contacts, by the way.
Perfect. There we go. So if that's the case, then go ahead and spool up and take us back to Jack Callow. I'm gonna let you handle the radio communications now. It's gonna sound like Los Santos traffic. Training 1, spooling up runway 33 left, taxiing direct to Jack Callow, crossing 33 right. So, yeah.
I think I got it. I'll probably mess it up, but I'll try it anyways.
Yep.
Los Santos traffic, training 1 is spooling up from runway 33 left, heading to Jack Callow from the south, crossing runway 33 right.
Perfect. Yeah, you got most of that. Yeah, you got it. Then, yeah, this is perfect height right here. Get it going. And then once we cross the runway, just call out clear 33 right.
Los Santos traffic, training 1 is clear 33 right.
Perfect. Then you go ahead and that red square in the center, like right in front of us.
In the center, not the one we took
Yep.
off from.
Nope. The one that's right in front of us, the closest one.
The further back, the closer one, okay.
Yep. Yeah, it's 2 red squares. But yeah, no, this one right here.
Los Santos traffic, training 1 has spooled down in Jack Callow.
Perfect. Alrighty.
That was awesome.
Helicopters are fun, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Fun.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I can grab your CSN. I got paperwork to do on my part.
But at some point, I can just head to City Hall or whatever and pick up the license there.
Yeah, I'll get the paperwork filled out right here, and then we'll do a
Okay.
debrief, and then this is comped, so you don't owe me any money.
That's the part I like best about being with SAFA.
Right?
How much is it normally? I think I heard before, but I don't remember.
Dude, expect like 12 or 13 grand.
Right, that's what I thought. I thought it was at least 10 is what I heard.
Alrighty, and then I got some stuff to do on the website.
What's your official position with SAFA, just out of curiosity?
Official position with SAFA, I am the ground crew manager, and then I am the check pilot.
So you actually have 2 roles.
Yeah, so I started ground crew because I didn't have all my licenses, and at the time I was also working on out of state my A&P, so mechanicking on aircraft, and then I started dabbling with the check pilot stuff because we were needing check pilots.
Okay.
And then from there, the only reason why I'm not a check pilot manager is because they already have someone that's a manager.
Gotcha. When it comes to the personal aircraft, do we have any sort of mechanics that take care of them?
Generally, it's the local mechanics. I've been trying to get at least repair station going, sponsored by SAFA,
Yeah, that would be
but
cool.
the government is dragging their heels on it.
Okay. So pretty much right now, it's, if you do own one, I would assume that once you check it into the hangar, the locals take care of it, and it's good to go when you pull it out again.
There's a repair station on the field, just like if you go to a
Oh,
local
there's
repair
actually a repair
shop.
station.
There's
Okay.
actually, yeah.
Must not. It's marked on the GPS.
Yeah, you should be able to see it on the GPS.
Okay, so I just must not have paid attention. So then, do you own a personal, if not more than one helicopter?
No, because I have an expensive car habit, and I can take out because I work for SAFA. I can take out helicopters for free and airplanes for
Good
free.
point.
So it's like I'll just abuse that power, I guess.
Well, then, if you were to recommend one for someone who doesn't have that one, which one do you think you'd go with?
um, I don't know. I mean, the Frogger. If you look for a helicopter, the Frogger, like it's slower, but that thing is a tank, and when they float really well in an auto rotation.
Okay.
So I generally I generally recommend that. It's also the cheapest.
Oh,
So
it's cheap too. Okay.
yeah, it's like 70,000. So I think I'm cheap, but like it's the cheapest helicopter.
I mean, there's only one car I really want, and I've seen them for sale, private owned, fully upgraded for around 110K. But if I'm getting my license, I'm kind of thinking it would be nice to own a helicopter. So,
It's definitely a flex and it picks up bitches. That's for sure. Also, do you want a call sign or anything like that?
huh? Like, what would it be? Would it be on the license?
No, it's just like if you're talking to tower, just traffic or something like that. It's a personal call sign,
Okay. Huh.
which you don't have to pick one now. You can pick one at any point. Just let us know, and we'll get it changed
Okay.
for you.
Then, yeah, let me think on that because I didn't know that was a thing.
Yep, we have personal call signs.
Awesome. Do you have
So
one
it,
outside of SAFA?
well, yeah, mine's child locks. I
Child
haven't
locks.
changed it, but yeah, it's 'cause I fell out of an airplane one time, so
Oh,
now I'm supposed to
wow.
fly with child locks on.
Wow.
But anyways, yeah, that was on my fixed wing check flight too. It was perfect. Um, but yeah, your paperwork should be good to go. You can go
Awesome.
down to the city hall and pick it up, and yeah, good flying with you.
So very much again.
Yeah. Oh, biggest thing is which you picked it up at the end. But remember when we take off, just get that obstacle points and then try and get that forward airspeed.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you want to make sure to, yeah, like towards the end, man, you were taking off, you were flying it. Like I could tell you were actually feeling really comfortable with it. When you're coming in for a landing, obviously we didn't know we were coming here, so you were like kind of hovering around a little bit. But I
Yeah.
saw you a couple of approaches where you flew to the spot. That's really good.
Yeah, like I said, on the one when we first came back here, it's like, yeah, I should have asked you sooner where we were going to land. Then I think I
Yeah,
could have approached it
exactly.
better.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You just completely understand. Like I said, I'm not a dick. It's completely
Yeah,
understandable.
right.
Mistakes happen.
But
And
yeah,
then,
generally speaking, yeah, you don't fly above and then just go straight down. You want to approach with some momentum, and as I said, not to the degree I jokingly do it in game, but you want to use the skids as skids.
yeah, exactly. And like there's other aerodynamic effects that you which is why generally you want airspeed, but these helicopters don't have those. They're built different.
Right.
So the auto rotations, just remember if you do find yourself in that position, forward airspeed is your friend. However, too much and yeah, you're rocketing to the ground.
Right. Like I said, it's that counterintuitive thing that, yeah, you need it, just make use of it and flare.
Yeah, exactly. Other than that, I offer this to all LEOs as well, and students that I like. But if you do want to go out practice, you're feeling rusty or something like that, or you have questions, if you see me around, feel free to contact me. I will more than likely go up with you if I'm not super busy at the moment. So we can go up, just practice. If you just want to fly around and get used to flying a helicopter again, that works too.
I appreciate that,
Yeah.
especially the fact that you said that, it's people you like in addition to LEOs, because, yeah, I mean, you seem really fucking cool.
Well, no, I'm just a regular dude.
Yeah, right.
I'm a regular dude that gets parking tickets and goes to court and gets found guilty in high school, things like that. But no, it's just aviation's a passion, and I want to spread the word, and I want to make sure that there's safe pilots in the state.
I mean, I wish it's something I could do out of state. I get what you mean by about being a passion. It's amazing.
It's I don't know. It's all right. It's still a job, man. It's still like it still work. So it's like whatever. It's just my back hurts when doing other stuff. So I'm like, well, my back hurts less doing this. I might as well have fun with it.
But yeah, the one thing I'll say is, unfortunately, because the whole getting this appointment set in the first place, our schedules don't seem to match. But anytime I see you around, I wouldn't mind, finding something to do, whether it is the flying or something else.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, and I'll I'll be around sometime. You'll probably see me at some point. Because my schedules are different when I'm catching flights into the state. But
Gotcha.
yeah, right on, man.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Glad we get this taken care of for you.
Yeah. You too. You have a great day, man.
Yeah, you too, man.
I did it. That was fucking fun as shit. I like this guy a lot. Let's go pick up our license. Oh, I was nervous as fuck. I was so fucking nervous as fuck. So to you are where you're going in the direction you're coming from. I mean, I know it's role play. I know they're not here to keep you from doing things you want to do. But it's the fact that he seemed to have some liking of what I did, and the fact he's an actual fucking pilot. That made me feel good. It really did. That made me feel really, really good. Alright, fine. I wasn't going to obey traffic laws right now, but you guys are forcing it. I want my license. I want my license. I want my license. I want Jason's license. I want Jason's license. I shouldn't say my. I shouldn't say I when it comes to Jason. I need to get out of that habit. I know a lot of people do it, but it's just, it is something that does lead towards bleed if you do it too much. I don't want to get a ticket getting it at this point, but I want to get it. I am happy. I am giddy. Yes, I'm a goober. I can't help it. This is something that's important to Jason, important to me. Alright, fine. I'm giddy. I'm happy. I'm ecstatic. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy. There it is. There it is. There's that horrible picture. But we got one. We got one. Bottom center, center. I don't know. Yeah, I guess there. I'm a big goober, I know, but god damn it, I feel good. Nope, well, someone folded right there. Oh wow. It looks like that's someplace you can get into up there. It's interesting. Since we're here, see if anybody's in the station. Weather the storm here. Hello, audio. Nope. There goes all my... Glad this happened now. My keyboard just gave out. Great. I can't park my car. I can't park my car. I can't move. I can't do anything. We just had the big interrupt of all my keybinds and stuff. I'm glad that didn't happen while we were flying. Nope. Just come back. So yeah, I need to restart my PC. I may come back and do another recording, but at this time, because of what happened, I do need to restart the PC. So this may be the end. I might not do a part 2. We'll see. But there you go. Jason got his license. Thank you, anybody who came to watch this. I appreciate it. Hope you had a good time. Love you. Bye-bye.